Opening day of MLB. Let's get after it. Hey, good morning, everyone. We got some day baseball. MLB is back, and I got 3 plays for you here. Please play light early in the season, kind of see how these teams kind of shake out. But found 3 plays we're going to be on. I will talk about each and every one of them. Yesterday, recap a little bit. Went 3-0 on the PrizePicks video. Had the reboot on Holmes. He got hurt in that first half, but easily cleared Desmond Bain. He just crushed it. And then Isaiah Hartenstein cleared both of the ones we talked about. I was a little bit worried about Mitrob coming back. I put that in an update. I just didn't know if they were going to start him or have him off the bench. Once I saw him off the bench, I wasn't as concerned. But you never know what Tibbs is going to do with him coming back and how he just runs people so many minutes. But I did throw an update out there. But thankfully, he still cashed because I had him in quite a bit of slips. So we 3-0 on that one, and then the Underdog video we went 2-1. Denny Avdia, I really thought Denny was going to get there in overtime. Just need one more assist for the complete sweep. But then Josh Hart under and Rudy Gobert over both cash. So 5-1, and the 2 videos we did yesterday, 8-1 run over our last few days. Let's keep this thing going with a little bit of baseball. If you want to join in, use that promo code CashKeg and get 100% instant deposit match up to $100. A link is in the description below. Let's talk some baseball. All right, PrizePicks desktop is up here, and like I said, play light. It is opening day here, and we're going to take some unders on some pitchers just because I just feel like they're going to ramp these guys up a little bit, and maybe they don't go as many innings early in the first couple starts. So I'm going to take advantage of it, and hopefully these guys don't go past 5 innings and don't quite get the strikeouts that they should get. So but first one we're going to talk about before we talk about the strikeout stuff, let's talk about one batter. I really wanted to take his 1.5 total bases or if you could get it, hits, runs, and RBIs with Mookie Betts leading off here for the Dodgers. I think they just put up a big score here, but I think I'm going to go higher than 7.5 fantasy score with him going up against Mikolas here. And just kind of looking at the numbers, Betts against right-handed pitching last year, he had a 332 BABIP and a 309 batting average against him. But if we look at Mikolas and what he throws basically 3 pitches, honestly. I guess you could say 4. He does throw the curveball 20% of the time, but he throws a fastball 26% of the time, sinker 25, slider 24, and curveball 20. So those 4 things. If we kind of look at the fastball, Mookie Betts, 443 WOBA against the fastball, only striking out 11% of the time. And then that sinker, 464 WOBA with only 15% strikeout, 426 against that slider, and then just crushes the curveball with a 553 WOBA. So you like to see that. If we look at the little head-to-head matchup against Mikolas for Betts, he's faced him. We look last year, he has faced him 6 times there, and fantasy score wise, he's put up 14, 3, 12, 8, 23, and 5. So I don't mind taking a chance at 7.5. Having Ohtani behind him. Maybe we see some stolen bases. That's going to be a crazy thing this year with, I don't know if you watch any spring ball, but I just saw some highlights with them stealing a bag, and the second baseman cannot be in the base path, and they were calling some of these guys safe because they were blocking the base path, and it's just like, what are we doing? Just absolutely ridiculous. So the guy puts his foot there. It's hard enough to tag those guys out as it is. So I'm going to take a shot here. I'm going to take a shot at this 7.5 number. I just think that the Dodgers put up some runs, and I think Mookie's going to be there, going to have good plate appearances. In the Seoul series, he put up 10 and 39 fantasy score in those 2 games. So no problem going here. I think the matchup's perfectly fine against Mikolas, and I think he puts up double-digit fantasy score. If we kind of go over and look at our tool a little bit, we got projected for around 10. Again, this is pretty early in the season, so I don't not take all the numbers until the model learns a little bit, but that's where I'm going to go with that first play, more than 7.5 fantasy score for Mookie Betts. Second one we're going to go to, these are both going to be pitchers. Now, I could take Frankie's less than 5 strikeouts, but I think I like it more if we take Josiah Gray and Frankie Montas less than 10.5 strikeouts here. If we kind of look at what we have in our model here, we got him at 8.19 strikeouts here for that. So I just don't think Frankie quite gets there, to be honest with you. And I just worry about, pitches. It all comes down to what's the pitch count you think these guys are going to throw. That's always got to be your concern here. I don't think they go 5 innings each. And, if we kind of look up and see some of these guys, Washington against right-handed pitching, they're almost dead last in strikeout rate at 19.2% last year. So, they don't strike out a ton. And then on the flip side, if we look at Josiah Gray, a Cincinnati, yes, they struck out quite a bit against right-handed pitching. But again, it comes down to, I don't think he's going to be pitching a ton here. And so it's just more of looking at, just innings wise and how many, he's going to get. And I don't think he's only going to get 5 here. So that's why I'm kind of going this under 10.5. I think pulling up 2 here, I don't think, if one pitcher decides to strike out 6, the other guy gets 4, you can still get there. So we're going to be a lot of unders, I think, early in the season for me, especially with pitchers, some fantasy score, strikeout numbers. We did real well in the Soul Series where we cleared, I think, 4-0 in that Soul Series where we took a lot of unders with these, and I'm going to continue this trend with these guys. So that's that one. And then the other one we're going to look at here, another under, and this is just matchup based here. We're going to look at Cortez and Valdez, and I'm going to go less than 10 strikeouts here. I think it's another spot where we just don't see a whole lot of pitches out of these guys. If we kind of pull up and look at, Cortez, yeah, he's had some guys strike some guys out, but Houston against left-handed pitching, again, they're, one of the best against not striking out against left-handed pitching last year at only an 18% rake here. So I think that helps him tremendously for, those strikeouts. And, hopefully he's just not going super deep into the game here. So, he's really good against left-handed bats, but some of the left-handed bats on that Houston lineup are really good. And that Tucker and Alvarez. And, again, that pitch count is where I'm kind of nervous with him. And I just like the under on that one. And then again, Valdez, the big thing with the Yankees, having Soto come over, I think, just helps their strikeout numbers. I know they struck out quite a bit last year against left-handed pitching. They're middle of the pack, 22.8% last year strikeout rate. But adding Juan Soto to that mix should help them out a little bit in terms of, some more quality at bats in there with Soto and that's a left-handed bat, and then also Rizzo, guys that just don't strike out a ton against left-handed pitching. So I think that does help them quite a bit here. So again, I'm leaning unders on these, and if I'm going to put some more plays up later in our Discord, they're definitely going to be some unders for pitching. I'm going to lean pretty heavily on them early in the season and kind of see how it goes out. And again, I just think the Dodgers put up a ton of runs, and if Mookie's at the top of the order, that's why I'm kind of go over on him. So again, play light. I'm going to have some more plays and picks inside of our Daily Edge Sports Discord here. If you want access to that, you can subscribe at dailyedgesports.com/subscribe, or you can get a free month if you're a first-time depositor at PrizePicks or any of these sites listed. You can get a free month of Daily Edge Sports Elite package, which comes with the tools, picks, slips, and everything in between. So with that, I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Again, we got some college basketball Sweet 16 today. Only 2 NBA games, so I'm not sure if I'll do a video NBA or not. We'll see if I can find any plays. If I can find 3 plays, I'll come and do an NBA video. But yeah, it's opening day of baseball. I'm going to try to focus on that and enjoy a little day baseball. With that, appreciate each and every one of you guys. I'll see you guys on the flip side. Deuces.